Morning, are we live? Are we live? Let's see what's happening here. Let me change this color a little bit. I do not like that. See if we got anybody in the house today. I see one comment up there. It looks like Don Mickey. Hello, Don Mickey. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. We're gonna have a fun morning this morning. We always have fun in the morning on Todd Father Show, guys. If you if you want to see some crazy shenanigans, stop by Todd Father in the morning. We have a great time. Just a bunch of guys shooting the shit. You never know what's going to happen over there. Good morning, Gerard. How are you? Hope you are well. Let me drop my opening jam right now. Into it. This is a great song, an amazing topic. You know, a lot of times we speak about a lot of different things. And Todd Father, I don't want you to go anywhere because I got to give you some props, okay? Todd Father, don't go anywhere. Are you still here? Cuz, young man, are you still here? Because this is a different type of topic. All right, give me a second here because I'm working at the same time. But hey, look, I could look. I can go with a mob talk. I could put up here about the mafia and about these rap motherfuckers and get 100 people watching. Right? I don't give a shit. I'm here to have a good show, enjoyable. Match my colors. Have a little coffee. Think what you like. Some shows are not for everybody. Some of them are going to be serious. Some of them will be funny. This one just hit me this morning or this morning. Yeah. My days are a little messed up, but after the show is done, I do recommend you go back and listen to the song as the opening. Before I get my 847,000 copyright claim, I do recommend you going back and listen to that song. Okay, Looking for Love. Now be careful who you're dating. Be careful who you're hooking up with. Be careful who you think has this, that, or the other thing in their mind. Not everybody is looking for love. Not everybody is looking for love. In fact, many people, because I talk to many people. And what they're looking for, other than love, unfortunately, is help. You got these broads out there, these girls, these ladies, these men, these broken down men. They're looking for help, not love. And that's the unfortunate thing. Not everybody, a lot. Because I talk straight and I speak frankly to the girls that I know that are out there, and they're like, fuck that bullshit. They want the cookie. We're going to give them the cookie, but we're not looking for love because they're looking for love in all the wrong places. Some ladies, and men, they just want help. If they want the cookie, they're going to help. The first time I married for love, the second time I'm marrying for money. And this is what a lot of people say. Teresa, sometimes it's a companion. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes, listen, look, there's a lot of different types of people out there. But you can't be looking for love in all the wrong places, which means I can't really go to my neighborhood bars and the same fucking crowd is around and find a girl. Or a girl find a guy. It's the same fucking washed up. Washed up. They're washed up. They all have a reputation. Now, here's where Todd Father comes in. Looking for love in all the wrong places. I know what you have. I know what it is. But looking for love in all the wrong places. Now, Todd Father is a friends with benefits is incredible, Teresa. Not we. Let me be careful. Many of us have friends with benefits, and that's okay too. You could have a friend you just bang it out with. There's nothing wrong with that, depending on your relationship situation. If you're in a serious relationship, you shouldn't have that person you're banging it out with. Let me get back to Top Father. Can you give me a minute? I speak reality, Teresa. You know that. There's booty calls because it's just there's things. We speak reality right here. There's booty calls. There's girls that just want to bang it out with a guy. There's guys that just want to bang it out with a girl, and that's it. The point is this: looking for love in all the wrong places, and typically they're not looking for a lot of times, and they will tell me this frankly. Stigs, don't tell anybody, but I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for help. It's very simple. It's very simple. Well, Ralph, unfortunately, sometimes you can't spot them until it's too late. And they may be the most conservative looking individuals, actually. They may be looking like Little House on the Prairie, but they might actually be the ones. Yeah, I keep it real because I see it all. I've seen it all. Those guys just want to hug, and some just want to tug. Don, it's real. Now let me go back. So look, Todd Father is a perfect example. Looking for love in all the wrong places. That shit don't work. And he's not embarrassed to say this. And I'm very proud to recognize the fact that him and his wife, they met online and they're building a beautiful, beautiful life together. I see in him what I did with my ex-wife, and it's a beautiful thing. So what he's doing, hold on, I need chapstick because I'm running my mouth. Hold on. I need my chapstick. Some things never change with me, okay? All right? That's for all of you hot ladies. Even if you're married, single out, you get a kiss from Stigs this morning. So Todd Father's a perfect example. And what I'm seeing, and I'm speaking on a serious note right now, I'm seeing a beautiful union, relationship, team. They're growing together beautifully, raising children, working odd shifts, and they're making shit work. 13 years married, and he met in the personals. So God bless you, Todd Father. This is, I just want to recognize the fact that you went outside the box, as so to speak, and you made something happen. It's a beautiful thing. Well, with online dating, you can typically, if you're honest, find somebody. You gotta be honest. Look. I got 6 kids. I got 2,500 a month in child support. And I could barely make my bills. I'm having a tough time, but I'm a friendly individual. We'll have a great time hanging out. If you speak like that, you're gonna do beautiful. You'll get somebody. Oh, the camera's looking good, Gerard. For real? Wow. So that's where I go with that. I'm very proud of the young man that is Todd Father. I love to see things like that. I really, really do. I love to see men being gentlemen and ladies being ladies. I see far past an individual. I see far past an introduction, a friend, somebody I come along with. We've met people on here, and I look far past. I'm an experienced individual. That's fortunate and unfortunate. I got a lot of experience and a lot of aspects of life. So I look deeper than just the individual. Very interesting. Just watch the other playing. Yeah. So yeah, really nice clarity. Okay, thank you. So I just wanted to recognize the fact that first of all, I want to speak about the fact that be careful who you are dating. You might not know what they are looking for. Get out of your local places. They're not there. They just are not. It's great for social, and I mingle socially with everybody around here, but it's not the place because it's typically a washed up, has been through the mill, every guy in the neighborhood bangs her type of girl, or vice versa. That guy, and I heard it from some women that are looking for men, and the lady's like, I walk in there and I know he banged this one, I know he banged that one, So it goes both ways. So you gotta break the norm. You gotta go out of your comfort zone to make shit happen, and you must be cautious no matter where you go. Gerard, I just speak reality, my man. I just speak reality. That's what you get here. And you're right, Dindo. Yeah. Well, it's more so. No, it's more so for the divorce crowd, actually. But I tell my kids the same thing. My kids are trained just like. Listen, you heard me this morning on Todd Father. My kids drove to school on a bicycle. Hey, people were like, "You're letting them drive a bike? Yeah, what the fuck? They got to drive a bike. You're taking your son to such and such as coming home party? Yeah, he came home from prison. That's my friend. He's coming. Just 22 years. God bless you. I was 20. It was nice to know exactly. Exactly. Now, it might not bother some. It might not bother some, but it may bother others. Now, this is not a relationship show. I just wanted to touch on, unfortunately, they are looking for help, not love. A lot of people, and that's just the way it is today. Their heart's been broken. They're beaten, battered, shattered, torn, broken down to the size of a nimble. Is that the word, nimble? And they're looking for help now. A lot of them are not looking for love. You got to find an independent individual that does not need you. If you find an independent individual that does not need you, you're going to have a great time. That's the best. Independent. Find an independent man, an independent woman. When I was first married and blah, 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 and I would have girls over and I cook a full meal, like, how did you learn how to do that? What do you mean? Everywhere you go in the world, the best men are chefs. We just make you think that we don't know how to cook. But so I would put it, entertain home, go out for drinks, no doubt. By dinner, anybody can order a meal. Anybody can order a meal. That's very, very easy to do. Here, take 200 fuzzles, right? Here's my dinner. What did you do? What's so special about taking a girl out to dinner? Nothing. Absolutely nothing about taking somebody out to dinner is special. Taking them out for drinks because you want to talk, that's fantastic. Having them at your place for dinner and nothing else is what you do. Let's have dinner at my place and then we'll go out for a drink. That's how there's so many different ways, but that's when you realize what they're actually looking for. I'm going to cook a nice meal for you. Would you like to come over for dinner? I'm going to have music on, candles, incense, boom, boom, boom. This, that little Barry White playing in the back, whatever it might be. You come in, we have a. If they say no to that, fatangul, they got to go. It's a meal ticket. They're looking for a meal ticket from you. And it's not a problem spending a deuce and a half on a dinner. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is not spending the money. The point is you're putting the effort into something. You're putting effort into something. And that's more. Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. What's more appealing to you? Going out to dinner, having that guy spend 200-300 fuzzles, or him really putting effort in, making a meal for you, showing you his true character? Ladies, if anybody are in here, please, I would love to hear your feedback on that. This is what we do here, guys. We just shoot this shit. You're in the social club, and that is exactly what we do. And I still have no fucking idea what I am doing on YouTube. I don't have a clue what I'm doing here. This came to my mind. I pushed live, and here's what we're talking about. All right, so yeah, so you do so some women do like that. Now, second relationships can be incredible. They're actually less stressful than first relationships. They're so much more fun. It's such a different. You get a different outlook, a different perspective when you. I would go back to his place, but he probably no. Say no, Nancy. I'm saying no. Fancy Nancy, and you know me a long time. If I had you back to my place, not you in per se, I would cook a nice meal for the young lady, old lady, in between lady, senior citizen lady, whoever the fuck lady comes back here, and I will cook a nice meal and expect nothing because we're going to go out for drinks after that. Now, who knows what happens? Grown adults, things happen, right? Right. Teresa, drinks right after. But cook a nice dinner and then we go for a drink and then we can really actually talk. You're talking, you're talking over chicken cacciatore and a filet mignon. It's a little different. Personally, and I've spoken to many about this, they love the idea of having a meal prepared, nicely set up by the individual, and then going out for drinks to talk. I think that's it's a nice thing. So that's the way I look at it. Mm-mm. Arms, I'll fall asleep watching TV. Forget about that. Dinner, and then we go for a drink. That's it. Easy cleanup, something done. Come in, candle, boop, bop, beep. And you know what the individual may, in fact, be looking for. If they want to go to, a steakhouse and it's $300, $400 meal, but you know, you're putting the effort in. You're going to ShopRite, you're going wherever you go, Food Town, Pet, wherever you might go. You put a nice meal together, a couple of different courses. You end it with chocolate covered strawberries and whipped cream, and then you go out for drinks, and that's it. So that was just my thought today. Be careful who you're dating because they may, in fact, be looking for something totally different than what you are. If you go the route of online dating, just be totally honest. Just be totally honest. hmm You think a guy's looking for more? I don't know. I don't know. So it was just a thought. I'm sure it's not the money. I could care less. Yep, it's the environment, of course, Teresa. I get it. I understand. Yep. So that's it. That was my topic this morning. Probably a boring show for many, but probably a boring show for many, and that's okay. I just thought it was the topic that came on my mind. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing here. It was my topic. I jumped on with it, and that's basically about it. I couldn't exist in the single world these days. I don't know. That's up to the individual, Gianni. I can manage in any world, but that's up to the individual. You're not thrown into it right now. I was thrown into it. So, and I fucking nailed it from day one. I never got down. I never let it get me down. Never said I want to remarry my ex because, like I said many times, your ex dies. Your ex is dead. Mort. The person you fell in love with, they're dead. To remarry that person, you're marrying somebody new. You have to fall in love all over again with the new person. The new person. If you fall in love with the new person, not his hair, not his clothes, not her shirts, not her pants, not her ass, not her tetas, her heart, his soul, him or her. The person you were married to before has died. It's very simple. Well, yeah, I wouldn't even try it. So I'm just giving an observation of what I see, Ralphie, with the online dating. It's pretty bad scene. Nancy. So that's it. Personality, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's my personality. Well, because I had a rough life before that. I wasn't coddled. So I wasn't coddled. I didn't live that beaver cleaver. Mom does this, dad does this type of life. So I guess that might have helped me, Teresa. I don't know. But when it was my time and I was thrown into the circumstances, I'm not going to lie. Boom, boom, next. Boom, boom, next. Boom, boom, next. That's all I was thinking about. Boom, boom, next. Boom, boom, next. I left two chocolates on the bed when I went out for the night. Whatever happened, happened. Yeah, I didn't live that type of life. That structured whole family life. I didn't have it. So I was prepared for all the bad shit that could come in life. You're not going to really hurt me. We had no heat at times. So, my father left my mother hanging with nothing, zero, nothing. We had a kerosene heater. We had to use a kerosene heater in the middle of the living room to heat the whole house. My point is, I was ready. It's tough, but I was ready. So, the person you were married to, the person that you walked down the aisle with, they have since passed. Once you realize that person has died, and the day of the divorce is a funeral, you can do much better in your life. Much, much, much better. Hello, Bella. Good morning. The vet was yesterday, or the vet is today, Bella. So that was my topic. I hope it was a little bit enjoyable. Like I said, I could talk about the mafia and get 100 people, 50 people, but just one more time. You're not alone. Stop it, Dean. Do. I'm truly alone in here, in this place here. Truly alone. Walk into an empty place, I leave an empty place. No, alone, you don't understand. Alone. You might not understand. But I have fish. I have fish that I care for. And I'll have Luca for a couple days. My ex-wife is getting married Saturday. I'm going to have Luca. I'm going to have him out of her way. while they do go about the wedding process on Saturday. And the only thing that bothers me is the fact that I wasn't invited to the party because I'm cool with it. Well, you know what I mean, Teresa. I'm really no, I'm alone. No, I'm definitely alone. No, I have my moments. I'm definitely alone, but I got it. I got it. Look, you guys know I keep company. I keep company. You guys know my situation. I keep company. Never. I don't think I think I need to live alone to my Gianni. Unless I have some serious space to myself, I think I need to live alone until the end. I think. Yes, I do. That's correct, Teresa. I have many options along the way, but you are alone in some ways, Teresa. Got some bad moments. Not gonna lie to you, where I need my friends to come over, and I got my bad times. But that has nothing to do with my ex. That has nothing to do with me stuck on a past relationship. That has all to do with life in general. Gianni, it's tough, man. I like my space. Relationships get ruined when you move in together. You want to ruin a relationship? Move in together. I'm joking, but think about it. Becomes routine. A lot of the excitement goes away for a lot of people. So, Gianni, it can go either way. No right or wrong. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, I get that too. Luca gets the same thing. You're good. You're good there. Oh, I know you're there for me. I know. I get those calls, those messages. Not everyone, exactly, Teresa. There's so many variables, so many variations. Yeah, but Gianni getting older alone is tough too. Now, a lot of mistakes that older divorced individuals make is thinking that their ex cares about their. They don't care you had to go to the doctor. They don't care you're going to the heart doctor. Don't text them and call your ex-husband and say, I went to the doctor today. I got this wrong with me. Or vice versa. Ex-husband, the wife doesn't care. The ex-wife doesn't give a fuck. Their soul is dead. They might say, oh, okay, hope you feel better. Blah, blah, blah. They don't want to hear your shit. It's interesting stuff that I learn. I'm learning so much. So much. Because I talk to so many people. Where's ALV? Are you here, ALV? We're going to have a guest coming on. All right, I'm going to get into something. I'm going to change it up a little bit. People do what, Nancy? People do what, Nancy? Yep. Oh, I did that test. That's a great test. Good morning, Corvette Freak. Yeah, the exes, they're gone. They shouldn't be a thought. You should never think of texting your ex unless something has to do with your kids. Other than that, okay, Aunt, I need to have you on a show with me. I would love to go. Yeah, you're nuts. I would love to go. I would love to go to the wedding. I seriously, I see my ex-wife's fiance all the time. I go pick up Luca. How you doing, cuz? What's going on? Ba ba ba. My ex-wife had a hard time for a little while dating. She's like, as soon as I say Tommy Stigs, it's over. Well, what the fuck you want me to do? I can't help you with that. Yeah, your ex is out of your mind. They're gone. They're gone. They're done. No, my ex, we got a good relationship. We co-raised our kids beautifully, I think. And I'll send them good luck text, best of luck, congratulations, guys. I'm cool like that. That's me, though. That's not everybody. That's a new woman that was reborn after divorce. She's not the girl I dated. She's not the girl I fell in love with. And she's not the girl I married. Like I said, when the judge drops the hammer, that person is dead. The funeral is here. Get over it in 2 days, just like everybody else. We move along. And that's what we do. So it's interesting. Life is so interesting. And navigating through it and being able to help others, oh, it's incredible. Speak for yourself, Ralph. I'm good. I mean, if that's you, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. The love is dead because the person is dead. The person we fell in love with has died, Ralph. They died. Their soul has died. They have no heart for you, me, or any other man or woman. They're dead. They're gone. They're dead. My wife is dead. My ex-wife is definitely out of my mind right now, only because we're co-raising our children. But other than that, I'll go weeks without even thinking about any of that. Weeks, weeks. But that's everybody's different. There's no. But I'm very true. What that person died, arms. Yes, exactly. Chuck is a beautiful man, beautiful individual. And you guys are a union, and the second one is typically better than the first one. It's just how it goes. I don't have relationship stress. If you have to have relationship stress, not good. Arms, you mean when I say the individual died, the soul died? Arms, is that okay? Yeah, yeah. It's true, is it not? I mean, it's a horrible way to think about it, but the person died, fell in love with somebody else. To remarry somebody, you got to fall in love over again. Yes, the physical is there. They already broke their soul. They are a new soul. They're reborn, and that's okay because people do remarry and fall in love. Teresa is very lucky. Ralphie says, "Yeah, people definitely change. Sure, Bella, no doubt about it. Yeah, it's a great topic. I talk about it with a lot of people. A lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. I talk about it to a lot of people. Yeah, I can't now, Todd Father. The mornings are tough for me. The mornings are tough for me. I got to cut the show short. I got 30, 45 minutes, but you have a beautiful story. If I come on tonight, maybe I'm doing Anthony's show at 7, but I would love to have you on about this topic. Yeah. So there goes a 74 moving people. So the second relationships are always better, Teresa. Always better. So if you think too much about dating and finding somebody, you may not. If you go to your local places, wherever that might be, you know. But I just wanted to make a note of that. Todd Father's story is a beautiful story. Beautiful. And I'm proud and happy to see it. We got a good friendship going now. And I like what he's doing. I did what he's doing in the regular traditional way is what I did. But what I see them doing now, says, you only remember, guys, I work day and night. I worked day and night. I worked my regular job during the day, and I did construction overnight as a union raising kids. And for 20 plus years, I did that. That's it. You had a lot of coffee today. I know. I know. And it's a beautiful thing. And you guys have a beautiful union. I love it. All right, so that was the topic this morning. Hopefully the show was enjoyable. It may not be for everybody, like I said. I had 25, it dropped down to 20, 19. Those are numbers. And Ralphie brought up a point yesterday. What do we want from our listeners? And this is exactly what I want from my listeners. This is what I like. The going back, the appreciation of a topic, touching a nerve here and there, speaking some reality, giving you a different perspective based on what, and I rarely talk about me, based on what I have experienced and the information I gather talking to people. I just push live. The topic was there. I was thinking these things in my head and I shared it with you. That's my show. Again, I will say I have no fucking idea what I'm doing here. No idea what I'm doing here. So that's where we're at. That's what this show is all about. Ralph had a great question yesterday on D&D show, and this is exactly what it is, Ralph. What you see right now is what it is. When you ask what's your return, right? ROI, as we say in the business world. What's your ROI? This is my ROI, return on investment. I'm investing some time, a few scuttles, paying for this, whatever I accumulated here, this little half-ass studio. And this is my return on investment, this type of conversation, Rafi. If that I just wanted to elaborate on what you asked yesterday. I thought it was a great question. Incredible question that Ralphie brought on to the Hindu show yesterday. This is my return on investment, Ralph. Right here, what you see right here. Great chat going on, all different perspectives. And it may send you away thinking positive, negative, or different. Who knows? Maybe I helped somebody today. Maybe I hurt somebody today. Maybe I just talked and nobody listened. I have no idea, Ralph. But going by the chat, I think this is what I like. So I don't know. So yeah, Ralphie brought up a great question yesterday. Oh, and if you guys get a chance, go check out Vinny's show yesterday. Ralphie was on there. They had a very nice conversation yesterday. That show that Ralph and Vinny were doing yesterday, that's also that's my product. You don't even realize it. I made that union happen based on a 2-year relationship with Vinny, and then Ralphie coming along, and boom, boom, boom. I'm out of the picture. Those two great guys are having a show. And I'm listening and I'm saying, this is fucking awesome. And a couple hours before, Ralphie asked about return on in different words. And what they were talking about made me say, holy shit. I think I'm semi-responsible for what they're talking about right now. And it felt great. It felt great. So I'm sorry, my ADD, I touched on a few different topics today. The first one was, the relationship stuff. And the second one was I wanted to elaborate on what Ralphie asked yesterday because I thought it was probably one of the best questions I've ever heard on YouTube. Probably one of the best questions I've ever heard on YouTube was what Ralph asked Dean yesterday, or asked us yesterday. And this is what it is. Tonight's show with Anthony, Ralphie's show, and whether it be in a cemetery or next to a pizzeria that I was calling on surveillance in, or whatever it is, this is my ROI, all that you see right now. Interesting stuff, man. Big bones, yep. So there you go. That's basically me in a nutshell as far as Ralph's question yesterday on Dean Du's show, and then my my observation of the dating world. Not everybody is looking for love, and some are looking for help, and that is okay. Also, it's not okay. It's not. That's okay. Also, right? Thank you, Teresa. Appreciate that. You're a part of it. I mean, you've been with me from day one, Teresa. Seriously. Not on my shows, in other shows that I've been guests on, you've been there. A lot of people may not know, but I've been guests on shows probably 6 months before I started my own. Teresa was there. Tinga was right there. So you guys have seen me for a good 2 years. And I don't think I've changed one bit. I really don't think I have changed one bit. I think I stayed the same for the last 2 years. And those that were with me on that first live show, I said, look, I'm doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go slow and steady, and we'll see where it goes. We created a community. We brought people together. It just came together beautifully. Had great guests on along the way. There's a lot of guests that I want to have on. Yep. I've never changed, Gianni. No matter what's going on in my life, you will never see my expression really change, my demeanor really change. I come here to keep the same vibe going, that positive vibe if I can. So, Gianni, you've seen me in those shows also. I know, Oliver, and that's a beautiful thing. God bless you. God bless you, Oliver. That's a beautiful thing. Hopefully this show was entertaining for some of you guys. Yeah, I never changed, Gianni. Every day. 3 or 4 shows I've missed. Once I said I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be consistent. We're going to grow it slow and steady. I want to build a community of my own. This is my own neighborhood right here that I'm in. And here's where we are at. Topics may vary. Topics may be enjoyable for some. Thank you, Arms. I appreciate that. But so are you guys. What does it say? Wear my heart on my sleeve? Is that the saying? Forgive me, guys. Wear my heart on my sleeve? You get it. You're getting it all. You're getting reality. You guys know, if you saw me on the stoop, talked to me on the phone, had a conversation with me through email, It doesn't change. I've never changed. Facebook, whatever. Instagrams. I'm friends with some of you on Instagram. So you guys know, well, I don't use Instagram that much, but yeah. And Tindo, same thing. Same. Consistent. The best thing I did, one of the best things I did on here was convince Tindo to do it daily. It changed a lot of things for a lot of people, man. I said, Tindo, cuz 3 days a week, I got to be honest with you. You got a crowd looking for you on Tuesday and Thursday. Can you kick it up? Are you able to just come on for a half hour those other 2 days? I mean, you could. He's like, Stigs, it's tiring. It's I said, I'm just telling you from my perspective what your crowd is looking for. Now, Thindu, I said 5 days. He's doing 7, and he's loving his space. I think he's enjoying it as much as his crowd is. So that was one of my first things was to yeah, yeah, while it lasts, because I find myself on Tuesday and Thursday looking for Theme Do show. I don't know if I texted him, called him. I don't know what I did. I said, "Cuz, come on, just jump on, jump on. That's my drive time. I'm in and out of meetings, and I love to hear you. 2:30, 3 o'clock. He already left the building, but if he's listening, I mean, that was one of my key things here. And we have great conversation. So I know I'm going off a little bit, but it brings us back. It brings us back to the conversation that I opened up with. Yeah. And, nothing is forever. Enjoy. Always positive, respectful, and I have a lot of respect for you. That's why I call you sir. Thank you, Oliver Sutton. And I respect you just the same. Because you've been here a long time also, Oliver. You've been around a long time. So but that's one of my strong how do I say it? When I recommended Dindu coming on daily, I know he was a little hesitant, but I said, "Cuz there's a market. There's a market. It may not be a monetary market, but that may come eventually." I said, "But there's a market for you." And he pushed live, and now he's going every day. 1,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 hours of watch time, a little monetization. We get paid tomorrow, Dindu, a little 20 cents that we get tomorrow. So getting him on 7 days, I just wanted him to go on 5 days. Now he's a full blown addict. Now he's on 7 days. He's the YouTube addict. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to end this. Guys, I hope we did have a great chat. I hope we learned together. And learning together is good. And the 5 day thing was we're going to learn together. Let's do this. I'll jump on whenever you want. You need a little support. I'm here for you. But I think you could just come on for a half hour. This all has been a great ride, and we all want to hold on to this. But unfortunately, like you said, Stiggs, nothing is forever. I always ask myself when I meet someone new, how is it going to end? Very interesting comment, Arms. I haven't been putting things up, but that's a great comment. Well, I think if it ends today, no. Okay, let's get funny for a minute. Okay, let's go. We're done with that talk now. Hopefully, everybody got the gist of this. ALV's ADD is kicking in. He's got to go. He's got to go. What's the topic? I gotta go. So this is what we do here. Okay, I just wanted to jump back on a topic. Be careful what you're looking for. Be careful who you date. They may be looking for help, not love, and that's okay if you're okay with that. No problem with that. All right, we spoke about content creation a little bit. I still have no idea what I'm doing. A year and a half, 2 years, I don't have no idea what I'm doing, and this is what I do here. Okay, I got in touch with Blind Dave. Does everybody know who Blind Dave is? Does everybody know our friend Blind Dave and the story behind Blind Dave? Dindu, do you know who Blind Dave is? Hello, Dindu, where are you? Does anybody know who Blind Dave is? Did anybody ever hear me talk about Blind Dave? Hello, knock, knock. Thumbs up if you heard me talk about Blind Dave and the Braille typewriter. Nobody has. No idea. Blind Dave. So I was in the rubber room at school, and my job was to carry Blind Dave's Braille typewriter. The Braille typewriter guy. Ding do. Dave. The Braille typewriter. Yes, the typewriter. The Braille typewriter. So I used to carry the Braille typewriter for Blind Dave. We call him Blind Dave. He's blind. He doesn't care. We call him Blind Dave. That's how we are. Belleville guys, we just, yeah. Oh, well, I don't know if I dropped it, but anyway. Blind Dave has the Braille typewriter. I was in the rubber room, and that my job was to carry Blind Dave's typewriter throughout the high school for his next class. I was not learning anything. I was not capable of writing a sentence. I was not in school to be in school. I was in school for the social aspect and running football tickets. And that was all I was there for. Football tickets, betting slips, and just being there socially. So I was in the rubber room. So the only time I can come out of the rubber room was on Thursdays to collect all the football slips for the weekend's action. Yes, Belleville knew I was a bookmaker at 16. So, they let me out of the rubber room to collect the football slips and carry Blind Dave's typewriter. No, it was a Braille typewriter. It weighed about 1,000 pounds. This fucking thing was enormous. Anyway, I got in touch with Blind Dave. He wants to come on the show. And I need ALV there with me because they all saw my madness. Well, Blind Dave didn't see much of anything, but Blind Dave heard my madness. Oliver, I was one of the first probably kids in the country to be diagnosed, classified with ADHD. There was 5 of us in a rubber room in Belleville High School. So, yeah. So we got Blind Dave. I talked to Blind Dave this morning, and yes, that was me, Gianni, taking bets. You better believe it. And then my friend Mo said to me when I started driving Stigs, Mo said to me, Stigs, probably I was 17. I don't know. You guys know my friend Mo in Arizona. He said, Stigs, you're carrying a bat. You're carrying a bat. So this Gianni just said this. I think you may want to carry a glove next to the bat. You don't play baseball. You're not a baseball player. So if you get stopped and there's a bat in your car without a glove, it may be trouble for the lawyers. You may have an issue. So put a glove next to the bat. This way they'll think you're playing baseball and not leg breaking. Okay, Mo. I thought I was probably 17. Anyway, from that day on, I carried the bat and the mitt. And once they saw that, they didn't look in the glove compartment for the football slips or under the seat or in the ashtray, right? So that's a whole other situation. Golf clubs are great. Yeah, golf clubs are great. No, I was in the rubber room, resource room, they called it. Room 159, the resource room. Yep. Dave is good people, man. So we're going to have Blind Dave on, okay? And that's my show, guys. I got to get going. I got a meeting in 13 minutes. I want to add one more thing. Like I said, Ralphie, what were we talking about? Oh, on Vinny's show with Ralph and Vinny. Monograph. What's the monograph? Is that a Braille typewriter or mimeograph? What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, that's what it is. So Ralphie yesterday said on Vinny's show took him 5 years to find the background music for Love Came to Me, and I want to play that going out. So, okay, be careful at that airport. Patricia, they're building a Formula One racetrack in the old Atlantic City airport. All right, I got to get going. I'm going to play this song from Ralph Mucci. Guys, I do recommend you catch this from the beginning of this show because everything comes together on the show. Thank you all for stopping in. Thank you for being a part of this channel of mine. Thank you for hanging with me on my slow and steady journey. I appreciate each and every one of you. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm living dreams, strange as it seems. Love came to me when I opened my eyes. I realized love came to me. Only this time for real. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I tell ya, love makes me feel so good. I'm just like I dreamed it would. And I'm so glad I found you. Cause our love is a gas and I know it'll last now. I feel so good. And I knock on wood. Yeah, in the world. I just love that girl. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I tell you, love makes me feel so good. Just like I dreamed it would. And I'm so glad I found you. Cause our love is a gas and I know it'll last now. I feel so good. And I knock on wood. Yeah, I'm in a world. I just love that girl, oh yeah. Whoa, yeah.
And there you have it. That's a wrap. Have a fantastic day. Hopefully, I'll see you guys if Ralphie does a road show and ALV tonight. Fancy Nancy, get the wine for tonight. And I will speak to all of you later. Thank you all for stopping by. Once again, your presence is a present.